G'day. The Musso EV is coming. And yes, if you're a diesel fan, you can cry a little. So g'day. Hey legends, how are you all? Rob here from SydneyEV, and I hope you're all very well. Coming to you today from behind the giant windbreak, because out there, it's breaking wind. Big news. KGM Australia, formerly known as SsangYong, the ones that made not some of the most attractive cars on Australian roads, some of them still out there. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. The SsangYong Musso electric dual cab Ute. Yeah, you heard correctly. The electric dual cab Ute has the green light by Australian authorities to be sold in, well, Australia. So about now you can cue the diesel tears and the excuses that why I can't do everything a diesel can. So the Musso EV Ute passed every federal ADR test and requirement it's needed to go on sale in Australia. Emissions, check. No ad blue, check. Side intrusion bars, well yes, it's got a big battery under there, passed, safe. Tyre specs, well it's going to have 4 of them, maybe 5. They'll be black and they'll be round, so that's good. So it's legal and it's ready to roll. I'm not talking about rolling like those Hiluxes and Rangers do on sharp roundabouts when they go too fast. I'm talking legally, and being an EV, low centre of gravity, it might actually corner, unlike most other Utes. So what exactly is it? It's Korea's first electric pickup, and they're going straight to the top, not mucking around with this one. There will be a front-wheel drive version coming with 152 kilowatts of power and 340 newton meters of torque, which is up there in most diesels. So obviously being an EV, it's going to have something important under the floor, probably a battery. Now I reckon a battery would be about 80.6 kilowatt hours of storage, which isn't too bad. It's not the biggest I would expect. I would expect at least 100 under there to get a decent range. But 80.6, not too bad. Will give you 420 kilometres of relative per range, which might mean you will probably get 400 k's out of it, because, you know, we all know Utes are not aerodynamic. But can you charge a battery? Well, obviously you can. It will charge from 10 to 80% in 24 minutes. So it's definitely fast enough to have that servo pie, have the coffee, and getting that Lamington. The all important Lamington. You've got to get that in before your charging's done to make it a worthwhile road trip stop. And this you can. 10 to 80%, 24 minutes, not bad. Driving modes, well, you can steer it. It can probably accelerate and probably slow down as well. But yes, no, we're talking about the driving modes. Eco mode, sport mode, a winter mode. Now, the differences in these modes will adjust the amount of regen braking. Now, you know, when you've got a diesel or a petrol car, you hit the brakes, you're wasting fuel, you're wasting energy. With this, it's literally free fuel at regen. So, obviously, it's going to probably be a bit more lenient on the regen with things like winter modes with snow and ice, but yeah, has all that stuff. So anyway, it still makes it smarter than pretty much everybody else that claims EVs are going to catch fire all the time. But of course, we're going to get the diesel guys. But can it tow? Because we all know they're going to tow 3 boats, 6 jet skis, cross Simpson Desert every day and not lose any range at all whatsoever, because that's what diesels do apparently. But yeah, it would tow 1,800 kilos. Not bad. It's not going to tow the 3-ton behemoth caravans that everybody seems to have parked out the front yards that goes nowhere for 5 years. And we'll also put 500 kilos in the tray in the back. So it's not a Hilux killer when it comes to towing, but it's practical and it's and modern size-wise. Same as the diesel Musso Ute, believe it or not, exactly the same. Weighs 2.2 tonnes to 2.3 tonnes, varying on the spec all-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive versions. So what they're saying is it weighs the same as a diesel Musso. What are they going to whinge about now? I mean, what are they going to blame the potholes and the road damage on when the EV version weighs the same as a diesel version? Another argument destroyed. SsangYong, kicking it out of the park right now. Interior, well yes, it's going to have an interior. It's going to have one 12.3 inch screen and one 12.3 inch screen. Yes, 2 12.3 inch screen. Inches, Y inches, may as well call it Twinkie lengths as far as I'm concerned. Centimetres, people. Unless you're tugging your ego, then sure, use inches. But I digest Lamingtons. Comes with the Athena 2.0 operating system, whatever that means. 200 watts of Alpine audio. No news on subwoofers yet, so maybe still waiting on the AUKUS payment to come through for that one, for subs. Has leather options. Yes, black, tan, grey, white, two-tone. Fancy. A white two-tone leather option in a black Ute. How that look? I don't know. Can't wait to see it. So let's get to what's important. Pricing. The four-wheel drive, the front-wheel drive version, FWD, front-wheel two-wheel drive version, will come in at around about $52,000. Pretty good. That's quite competitive. It doesn't quite compare to the LDV ET60, which starts at $92,000. Is only two-wheel drive, has quite a pitiful range, unfortunately. But yeah, but you probably could compare it to the BYD Shark, which starts at 52. Well, maybe 52 if you're really good at negotiating. Priced at 57,000 AUD dollars. So at that price point starting, it smacks it right in the face of the BYD Shark. Only difference is, you don't have that service station drama, you don't have the servicing costs, you don't have the oil filter changes, the air filter changes. You don't have that diesel smell or the petrol smell. You basically don't have to get anywhere near a petrol station for the same money for an EV Ute that looks the same and does the same job as a BYD Shark. So consider that. So BYD, like I said, get that EV Shark out there now, please. You're going to need it. So here it is. That's the Musso EV Ute. An EV with brains, brawn, and zero tailpipe emissions. Is it what Australians need? Because I'm very interested in this. Because I've always wanted an EV Ute. You know, we live on a property. At the moment, we could do with an EV Ute because we're building a house. We're building things. So I don't want to buy a plug-in hybrid. I can hear those guys typing now. Where are you going to charge it in the bush? Where are you going to get AdBlue in the bush? Anyway, take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching. Got this far. Very much appreciated. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And until the next video, bye.